Welcome to our coverage of the Suzuki International Series. The F1 class, it was Mitch Rees in front as we arrive at Manfield for round 2.
Mitch, pretty much a perfect round 1, a track record, some wins, but doesn't get much better than that.
Nah, 3 race wins would have been better, but hey, we had a good battle and had a good time doing it. So, you know, we've got a really good bike and trying to improve our starts this weekend. We've done a couple of practice starts yesterday, so if we can do that and maybe get a jump on Davey, then I think we should be in for a better shot. But Manfield's a tough circuit, hard to pass, but hey, we're here to have fun and keep going. Taupo and Manfield are such very different circuits, so it's you do have to kind of adjust your riding style to a certain extent, as well as, you know, some things on the bike that work different, whether it be gearing or suspension settings. You know, generally you get a bit stiffer on the forks here because they're hard braking zones. So, you know, all these little things, you're always looking at trying to find something.
What we were trying to find at the Cemetery Circuit for the third and final round was a dry line. The heavens had opened up in the early morning of Boxing Day. Although the rain had eased, it was still very slippery.
You know, the very first practice session was pretty sketchy and we were feeling our way. David Todd and John Olivers, I think, came past me and made me look really slow. But they'd already done, well, Mitch confirmed that when we came in, they'd already done a couple of sessions out there, so.
As is typical of New Zealand weather, the rain stopped and the sun beat down, drying the track quickly.
We had a dry line then most of the track, you know, so we've only got one set of wets. I thought I'd done enough for the front row, so I pulled in so I didn't destroy in case it rains again. Hopefully it doesn't. And it was enough for pole, which is fantastic. That's enough. That's another point. That's all right. The worst thing about pole around here is you start in the gutter, but we'll take pole anyway, won't we?
As the sun streamed in, the many early bird spectators began shedding raincoats and coming out of cover as the track dried very quickly.
I've never seen a track dry so fast in my entire life. Honestly, I went out in the Supermotors 3 sessions ago and no more than 20 minutes ago, and the track was fully wet. When I looked at the track, it was like basically bone dry. There's a few wet patches, but you would have definitely been full dry tyres.
It's a tricky little circuit, this one. It's obviously been wet all morning now. Our qualifying actually was nearly dry. I was on wets, but I should have really been on slicks. And obviously it's going to be, well, looking like it should be dry for the races. So it's going to be completely different again. None of us are going to have any practice in the dry, so it's going to be a bit of a lottery really for the first race. But it's being clean, getting off the start. It's really difficult to pass around here, particularly if it's going to be a dry line and not dry all over. It's going to make passing really hard. So let's wait and see how the first laps come.
There's a lot of fast guys around, so if you're not in that battle from the beginning, you won't be in it. So no, we're on the front row, happy enough with that. Looking forward to the races.
First year on the Superbike here, got a lot to learn, and I've never ridden here in the wet either, so that was a whole learning thing. But no, I always like this track, and you know, it's nice and short, and I'm hoping if it's dry for the races, we can get in there amongst it. You've got to get a good start, and then, you know, if it passes on, you've got to make it. You can't really afford to wait, and it is hard to pass around here. You know, you've got to be quite aggressive. So my focus is just getting a good start from that 5th position, and then just seeing what I can do. If I can make a pass here and there, it'll be kind of crazy. I got Peter Hickman in front of me, so trying to pass him might be a bit difficult.
Pete, I'm going to take you back to 2018 when you won the Robert Holden here. You didn't qualify well. I think you started off grid 11.
Yeah, I think I was 11th for the majority of the races, and for the Robert Holden race, I think I was 8th, so second row. And came from a long way back actually. I think I was 7th or 8th on lap 1 even. So yeah, it's possible from anywhere on the grid. However, today managed to qualify 4th so far. So happy enough with that. Let's see what the rest of the day brings. Very much somebody who builds. I tend to get faster with time. I'm not very good at going out the blocks and being fast straight away, and other riders are. So that's just the way my character is. I can't force myself to go any faster than what my brain will let me, but the more laps I do, generally the faster I get.
Well, you heard it from the horse's mouth. Peter Hickman says he'll get faster as the day goes on. Right now, the fastest man, as he said, starting down on the gutter. Bike number 11, that is the 57-year-old veteran Tony Rees. Alongside of him, his son, and that is Mitch. He is the points leader in the Shoei Helmets F1, and we are underway for race 2 for them. And the best of the starts comes from the veteran, and that is Tony Rees. He leads them as they head down into the Auto Super Shop of Tawa, turn number 1. Down the short chute they come and out onto the Sharp as line haul turn number 2, and then out onto Taupo Key. Sharp has line haul straight as they head towards the Suzuki crossing, and it is a Honda in the front, and a lot of people were picking Mitch, but it's Tony Rees leading it. 92, Mitch Rees in second place, looking into the rear of the CBR 1000 RRR Honda of his father as they go through the Robert Holden turn for the first of 8 times. Davey Todd sitting in third place. Peter Hickman looks like he's through in fourth, where he started from, as they head towards the Bridgestone overbridge. And down the Marshall Motors start-finish line straight they come into the TSS motorcycle straight and back down into turn 1. It all happens pretty darn quickly here at Wanganui. You can see for yourself that the track has dried once again. Everyone absolutely amazed at how quickly the track has dried after that cloud burst in the early morning. There is the pass. Son passes father as they go through the Suzuki crossing and head towards the Emmett's overhead bridge, through the GVSs and down towards the Versatile Homes and Builders Straight and into the braking area for the Trade Zone Robert Holden corner. You're on board here with Tony Rees. Davey Todd out of the UK just gets a little bit sideways as he tries to pursue the veteran as they work down towards the Mondial VGL curves and over the Bridgestone Bridge once again. So, normal transmission has been resumed. It is the points leader in the F1 competition after 2 rounds, this being the third and final round here at the Cemetery Circuit in Wanganui, and it's Mitch Rees leading his father as they work their way down into the Auto Super Shop of Tawa short chute. Down through the Suzuki crossing they come once again. If anything, Davey Todd just getting distance a little bit by the number 11 of Tony Rees, the Honda New Zealand Rees motorcycle CBR 1000 RR. It's an identical bike just ahead of him, running the 92 number. That is the number of Mitch's late brother, Damon. Todd through safely at the moment in third as they head toward the Bridgestone overbridge once again. Peter Hickman through in fourth. Then we go back to Rogan Chandler. What a baptism of fire for Rogan Chandler, having his first season on the Superbikes or the F1s here in the Suzuki International Series, and coming up against 14-time Ironman champion Peter Hickman and 2-time Ironman champion Davey Todd. So doesn't get much harder than that. And of course he's got to chase the Rees father and son combination as well. It is son leading father as they come out of the Suzuki crossing. Under the Emmett's overhead bridge they go once again, down into the Versatile Homes and Builders Straight and into the braking area for the Robert Holden Trade Zone corner. There's a great look at the BMW of Davey Todd. Now he is starting to get a little bit closer as we take the Dentist chase drone as they work down towards the Mondial VGL curves and over the Bridgestone Bridge once again. On board here with the man in third place. That is Davey Todd, current British Superstock champion, and as I said, 2-time winner in the Isle of Man this past season, so he's put a lot of racing under the helmet since his last visit to New Zealand. 92, Rees just gets very, very close to the curb through the Suzuki crossing, past the big crowd here at the infamous Cemetery Circuit. Tony Rees in second place. Davey Todd getting a little bit closer, and they've put a little bit of distance between themselves and Peter Hickman now. Hickman back and forth, then it's Rogan Chandler, and then it'll be Reese Lindsay by the look of it on the 42. That's the Auto Super Shop of Tawa sponsored machine. As we're back on board here with Davey Todd, over the Bridgestone Bridge they come once again. Now we look out the back of Tony Rees' bike and we see Davey Todd, and he is definitely getting closer, starting to close down the veteran as they work their way through the Auto Super Shop of Tawa, turn number 1, and then down the short chute and out onto the Sharp as line haul straight. Taupo Key, up into the Suzuki crossing they go. Davey Todd trying to get as close as he can to Tony Rees. A little bit closer this time as they go under the Emmett's pedestrian bridge and now heads down the Versatile Homes and Builders Straight, getting into the Robert Holden turn now, and there is nothing in it. This is the battle for second and third. Tony Rees in second on the Honda. Davey Todd, you ride with him here on the BMW, the iTools BMW, as they work their way toward the Bridgestone overbridge now. Not too many laps left to run. Can Tony Rees hold on to this one? Getting very, very close to the white fence was Davey Todd this time. Looks for an inside run as they head down into turn 1. Does he get it done? No, he doesn't. Tony Rees sees it coming and shuts the progress down of Davey Todd as they head out onto the Sharp as line haul straight once again. Todd again gets a little bit closer on the 1000 RR BMW in British Supersport trim, and he's right on the back of Tony Rees now as they work their way down towards the Robert Holden trade zone corner once again. Down the outside he comes looking for an inside run through Robert Holden, gets a little bit out of shape, gets the pass done, and there's nothing that Tony Rees can do about it. So second and third is reversed. Rees goes back to third. Davey Todd is in second. Has he left his run to Mitch Rees just a little bit too late? Yes, he has, because the victory wheelie tells you that Mitch Rees wins race number 2 for the Shoei Helmets F1s here at the Cemetery Circuit. So it is Mitch Rees continuing his dominance here at the Cemetery from Davey Todd in second place, Tony Rees in third, then Peter Hickman, Rogan Chandler and Reese Lindsay. The QS Boat Builders Formula Sport is a class that is peculiar to the Suzuki International Series and caters for club-level riders with modified F1 or F2 machines, both Japanese and European. As the field spread out around the 1.6 kilometre street circuit, was points leader in the senior class, Malcolm Balsky, on his big Suzuki that held the lead, running in second spot last year's champion John Oliver on the number 15 BMW. Behind these two, a great scrap for the minors between number 167, the Ducati of Nelson Seats Bodica, and yet another Suzuki, number 99, of Luke Temple. At about half distance, Balsky had started to open a gap. Oliver slid back into the clutches of Bodica, and Luke Temple found himself in second. Jeff Groot was the first junior on his Inferno design and digital CBR 600, and that would be the way they would finish. In race 2, Balsky led John Oliver, who had failed to finish race 1, as they headed to the Robert Holden corner. Into Robert Holden Memorial Corner they came again. This time Oliver was closer. Late in the race, the two front runners were neck and neck down the sharp-as line haul straight. By the checkered flag, Malcolm Balsky had the comfortable break and not only won the race, but the series title as well. A late afternoon shower had everyone in the F2 pits a little worried about tyre choice, including local favourite Luca Durning.
It's a bit tough, especially being on a completely different bike we haven't been on in a while, but Cemetery Circuit's just a tough track even in the dry, so in the wet it was a whole nother level.
You've gone out and qualified, happy with your qualifying?
I just brought it home really. If it's dry, hopefully we can get through to the front, which I'm confident we can, so we've really just got to wait for that.
Luca needed everything to go his way as he was locked in a points battle with Sanson's Ashton Hughes on his 675 Triumph.
Yeah, well, he's 1 point behind me, so he's not qualified too well, unfortunately. I think he's on his second bike. Yeah. I think his Ducati's got a bit of a problem, but so yeah, hopefully we can just stay in front of him for today. I don't think I'll have much of an answer for Morgan, but we'll see what happens on track.
Yes, Ashton's not too far in front of me. He's about half a second in front of me. Morgan's on a whole nother level at the moment, so he'll be tough to catch, but I reckon I've got Ashton.
All right, let's fight and talk.
Yes, awesome.
Morgan Levy in your opposition is saying you're riding on another planet to them at the moment. You were so dominant in Taupo, you were so dominant in Manfield.
Yeah, no, it's actually been really good few last races. Definitely thanks to Brian and the team for keeping me on my toes and pushing me forward and everything like that. So yeah, no, I can't complain. This morning was really good and even warming up and then qualifying. I think I pulled 2 second gap to the person behind me, so I'm second place. Really happy about that. So it looks like it's drying up now, so should be a good one hopefully. Might have Seth on my tail, which would be a good battle with me and him. Be like the old days a couple of years back, so I'm looking forward to that, yeah.
It is a very fun street circuit. It's quite fast and flowing. I've done quite a few laps at Greymouth Street Circuit. That's a lot more square. A lot of fun as well, but yeah, pretty cool to have some nice flowing S's in that here.
So the weather on the mind of everyone, spectators and riders alike, as we get the green flag and set to turn the lights out and get on the track with the iPhone F2. This is race number 2 here at the Cemetery Circuit for the F2s. This is the prestigious GT, and you're right here with Luca Durning as he works his way through the Auto Super Shop Ottawa turn number 1. But already it is the 99 of Morgan McLaren Wood on the gold Suzuki out in the front. Seth Devereaux slotting into second place, but arguing about that spot is Luca Durning. Now, don't look for Luca Durning on the Ducati. He had a big crash at Manfield in round 2, and while he came up to scratch, the Ducati didn't. So he's riding last year's Suzuki. So it's just a little bit down on power from the Ducati, but he said he's more than used to it, and he currently sits in third place. So Seth Devereaux in second on the Hillycraft Racing MV Augusta, but the race leader is number 99, as he has been for just about every single race in the iPhone F2s right across the Suzuki International Series. This is the third and final round here at the Cemetery Circuit, and once again, have a look how the track has dried out. It rained just before the start of this race, about 5 minutes before the start of this race. It was only a sprinkle, but the track was very definitely slippery. Now it's back to its summer pristine best. On the board here with Luca Durning, and getting around him was Seth Devereaux by the look of it. So that's a change for second and third place. Devereaux goes up into second place. There is Luca Durning looking to try something on the outside as they head for Robert Holden. Can't get the job done. And once again, a good performance coming in from Wolfgang Schuster from Germany on his Yamaha. He's been around the top of the field in the German 600 ranks for the last few years, making his first trip to New Zealand. Absolutely loving it. Had a fourth in race number 1 in the F2s, looking to go better here in race number 2, and doing it at the moment. Out onto the Sharp As Line Hall Straight, Topol Key, and down toward the Suzuki Crossing goes the race leader, second place, and that is number 11, Seth Devereaux. So this is a battle for second, third, fourth and fifth. Ashton Hughes right in behind Luca Durning. Remember, they are very close in the points in the F2s to decide the series. This is the last race of the series, because the Robert Holden is the prestigious feature race, doesn't count for points in the Suzuki International Series. On board here, looking out the back towards Wolfie Schuster. Schuster goes round the inside through the trade zone corner and down towards the Mondial VGL curves and out onto the Bridgestone Bridge, so a change in the positions as well. Wolfgang Schuster goes up into third, back on board here with Ashton Hughes, and he tries to repeat the dose and can't get it done. Last of the late breakers is the German. Into the Auto Super Shop Ottawa turn 1 he goes. Third and fourth on your screen at the moment. Out onto the Sharp As Line Hall Straight, you can see how close the rest of the field is. Justin Scott in 6th place now on the Suzuki, bike number 65, and then behind him it's the Kawasaki of Tahana Parker. Luca Durning gets a little bit closer to the MV Augusta of Seth Devereaux as they work their way into trade zone corner number 2. Down towards the Bridgestone overbridge they come once again through the Mondial VGL curves and out onto the bridge now. Remember, Luca Durning on the Suzuki did the first 2 rounds on his Ducati machine. There is the 92 of Ashton Hughes, making a little bit of a comeback of sorts to Wanganui, to the Cemetery Circuit. Hasn't raced here for quite some time. Already you see the 99 of Morgan McLaren Wood just looking behind to see, hey, where's my opposition? Well, we can tell them that they're miles away. On board here with Luca Durning, you saw him just doing some adjustments on the front brake lever on the Suzuki, so maybe that's impaired his performance just a little bit, and brought Wolfie a little bit closer, in fact more than a little bit closer, as they come down the Versatile Homes and Builders Straight and into the Robert Holden turn once again. He goes down the inside of Durning and takes third place back again. Well, you get the feeling this is going to seesaw right throughout the day. Over the Bridgestone Bridge they come once more. You're looking on board Luca Durning. Behind him it is Wolfgang Schuster. Schuster down the inside, just better under brakes on the Yamaha, and gets into turn 1 ahead of Durning. And now Ashton Hughes in the mix as well. So maybe there's a problem on the Barrack Sports Bar Dentists GSXR 600 of Luca Durning. because Aston Hughes all over him now as they work their way through the Suzuki crossing. Out in the front, don't forget about him, number 99, Morgan McLaren Wood, under the tutelage, under the mentorship of the great Brian Bernard. Many times a winner around the Suzuki series, and certainly around the Cemetery circuit as well was Brian. And then he slipped in seamlessly to the job of race team manager. Brought plenty of overseas riders out, Australians and Americans, and now looking after the 99, and that is Morgan McLaren Wood. Wolfie Schuster holds out Luca Durning and Ashton Hughes at the moment. This battle, third, fourth and fifth. Out onto the sharp as line haul straight they go once again. Justin Scott just trying to get onto the back of this bunch and just get towed up a little bit closer through the Suzuki crossing, down through the GVSs, the Versatile Homes and Builders Straight. And we're on board here with Luca Durning as he comes into the braking area for the Trade Zone Robert Holden Memorial turn. And I think he's got an issue with the front brake. That's why he's not really battling on the same sort of playing field, if you like, as Wolfie Schuster. But he might have made a liar of me as he tries to go down the inside as they come over the Bridgestone Bridge once again. White flag out, 99, Morgan McLaren Wood, long gone. He's going to wrap up the TT. He's going to wrap up the Suzuki International Series. And there he is coming out of the Suzuki crossing. It's been a dominant performance from the Suzuki rider. Fifth last year. I said he came of age in the Suzuki International Series last year. Well, this year he's kicked down the door because he's been virtually unbeatable. Luca Durning putting on a last lap charge, trying to go up the inside of Wolfie Schuster. Does he get the job done? No, he doesn't. He runs it a little bit wide and Schuster comes back at him. So Schuster into third, Luca Durning back into fourth. Second flag out for the 99. Complete dominance from Morgan McLaren Wood in the iPhone F2s. In second place, it will be Invercargill's Seth Devereaux on the Helicraft Racing MV Augusta. And in third place, our international visitor from Germany. Is he going to get there? Luca Durning's going to make it a fight, but Wolfie Schuster gets the job done, and you see the fist clenched to prove it. Luca Durning across the line in fourth, then it was Aston Hughes, Justin Scott and Tahana Parker.
You got out of the gate real good. You've been clean all day. You look like a new rider.
Yeah, man, nothing much to say really. Just got the whole shot into the first corner and just left everyone else behind.
When the late Simon Mead, Executive General Manager for Suzuki Motorcycles and Marine, and series promoter Alan Willesee got together to make the Suzuki International Series even better, they came up with this: adventure bike racing. Put up past the current champions on adventure bikes on any brand or size and turn them loose. And loose they were. What started out as fun got serious pretty quickly, with Frost and Dibben more than a couple of bike lengths apart, and they drag raced to the flag in a near-dead heat in race one. Here we go. Race two was a bit different. This time O'Connor on his gas, his daily commuter, was in the mix early. Front three again pulled away, leaving the KTM of Jason Bardell in their distance, along with a man who has quite the reputation here at the Cemetery circuit, Craig Flood on his Husky. There's one thing Richie Dibben knows about here at Wanganui, and that's winning. Another one in the book for the local. Richie Dibben was in action here again in the Venture Build Pre-72 Classic Solos. Out in front was Terry Galway, number 155. Keeping him honest, a couple of ring-ins from England. British Superstock champion and Isle of Man champion Davey Todd on letter D, and Peter Hickman, 14 times Isle of Man champion and the fastest ever around the mountain course on the BMW letter P. Todd made his move at the Suzuki crossing, but Galway went with him. As they fanned across the road heading towards the Robert Holden corner, Hickman on the BMW made his move. Scott Moyer on the Norton ES2 went with him. pace had dropped Galway, and very shortly there was the 3 at the top. Todd on the smaller Norton was having to carry the speed through the corners to make the same pace as the bigger 1000cc BMW of Hickman. Make the speed he did. Paul Jalaka on a Ginger Malloy prep 2-stroke Bultaco from Spain was about to be swept up by the front 3. As they came over the Bridgestone Bridge for the last time, it was Peter Hickman on the BMW that took the win over Davey Todd on the Norton, followed by another Norton in the hands of Scott Moyer. Race 2 in a brilliant start saw Terry Galway again into an early lead. But as they headed into the sharp-as Linehall Straight, it was Vince Burrell on his Motor Guzzi that now led from Galway and Scott Moyer. A classic racing stalwart and known in New Zealand as Mr. Motor Guzzi, Vince held the lead as they headed down the long straight. By lap 3, Moyer had passed Galway and was in second, with Davey Todd back in third. A slight miscue from Burrell was all it took for Moyer to set up the winning pass going down Taupo Key. Through the S's and down towards the Robert Holden Memorial Corner, the Peter Lodge owned Norton, which is raced all over the world, was leading, with Davey Todd now in second and chasing hard. It was close, but in the end it was Taupo's Scott Moyer, the winner from the UK's Davey Todd, and Vince Burrell third on the Guzzi. So Scott Moyer takes the win on the Peter Lodge owned Norton. Still to come, the final race for the Stillshot Wanganui 300 Supersports, and these guys have put on a show right throughout the Suzuki International Series.
Yeah, it might be coming right. I know I sound cynical by saying this. I would actually prefer it to stay wet because I'm quite comfortable here in the wet. But hey, if it dries out, it just means we'll all be closer to each other. We'll all be more confident and the racing will be good.
And I guess Tyler's the one you're looking at?
Yeah, Tyler's the one. Obviously, he's down in P7, I think. So, but he's just got to ride a cruisy ride and not make any mistakes, whereas we've got to push like animals. So it's going to be an interesting one out there.
How's the rain going to affect things?
No, yeah, the rain makes things a little bit more difficult, but my goal is just to keep on 2 wheels. I mean, you can't score any points when you crashed out, so goal is just finish the races and wrap up the championships. Yeah, I've got a big enough lead where I can just finish, and yeah, I can still maintain that lead, so yeah, that's the goal.
I remember Jesse Stroud saying that here one year, and then he crashed in the final turn and lost the championship.
Yeah, exactly, it's not what we want to do, so...
So let's take your mind back to race number 1, speaking of crashing. Have a look at this, Tyler King trying to put the acid on Cameron Leslie as they come out of trade zone number 2 and head down towards the Bridgestone overbridge. Tyler at this stage just got the nose in front, then Leslie comes back at him. There is slight contact, Tyler gets into a huge, gnarly slide, comes down and unfortunately takes Jesse Stroud with him. Didn't affect his points lead in the 300 Supersports. It certainly dented his confidence just a little bit. Watch 2 for number 51. That is Cameron Leslie, second last year, destined to be second again this year. Jesse Stroud back in the field on the 27. And it is the 51 leading. In fact, it's the D6 Motorsport KTM New Zealand team, 1, 2 and 3 at the moment. Logan Rowell in the front on the RC 390, 51 Cam Leslie in second. Then we go back to the 46 of Hamish Simpson. Then it's Jesse Stroud by the look of it. Then it would be the number 128, and that is Tyler King on the Kawasaki. Now, you heard Tyler say that he didn't have to win the race, he only had to cruise. He's got a points buffer in this, the 300 Supersports, brought to you by Still Shop of Wanganui, but I don't think he'll be satisfied with a buffer. At the moment, it is the D6 Motorsport KTM New Zealand team, 1, 2 and 3 in flying formation. 51, Cameron Leslie leading it over the Bridgestone Overbridge. In second place, Hamish Simpson. In third place now, 27, Jesse Stroud wants to argue about that with Logan Rowell as they head down into the Auto Super Shop of Tawa, turn number 1, and then down the Auto Super Shop of Tawa Short Shoot, and out onto the Sharp As Line Haul Straight. 51, 46, 16. That's KTM New Zealand, the RC 390s, the single cylinder machines, the KTM, the Orange Army, call them what you will, but they certainly have raced like an army over the international series that is the Suzuki Series. Tyler King, though, is the man currently sitting in 4th place on the Kawasaki Ninja. Remember, essentially 3 bikes in the class, the Kawasaki's, the Yamahas R3 and the KTMs. They're on board here with Logan Rowell, just getting a little bit distanced by his teammates as they head towards the Bridgestone Overbridge once again. 8 laps to decide the final race of the Still Shop of Wanganui 300 Supersports, and it's Cameron Leslie in the front. Now coming under a little bit of pressure from Hamish Simpson. These guys race hard all the time. There is no team orders in D6 Motorsport, but they help each other out as best they can. 51, Leslie leads it. 46, Simpson through in second. Tyler King gets up the inside of Logan Rowell to move through into 3rd place. You're on board here with Rowell as they go across the Suzuki crossing under the Emmett's pedestrian bridge and down into the GVS's towards the Versatile Homes and Builders Straight. Tyler King gets a little bit closer to Simpson. I think he'd like to win this race. Have a look at the foreboding skies above them as they work their way through trade zones. So it looks like we might get a little bit more rain yet here on the cemetery circuit. 51, Cameron Leslie leads it. He won race number 1 after the misfortune of both Tyler King and Jesse Stroud. He wants to win this one under his own right, if you like, and he's doing that at the moment. Half distance in this final race, and it's Cameron Leslie in front, but the man chasing him is the champion elect. That is Auckland's Tyler King on the Titus Transport Avans night shift vehicle testing Kawasaki Ninja, also on a Ninja, the 27 sitting at the back of the KTM train, and that is Jesse Stroud. Jesse is the defending champion in this class, although hasn't been concentrating on 300 Supersports, been concentrating on getting frequent flyer miles because he's raced all around the world. Tyler King gets a little bit closer and then moves to the inside to try and make the pass as they work their way through the Mondial VGL curves and down towards the Bridgestone Overbridge once again. Can't get it done. Cameron Leslie shuts the door. KTM, Kawasaki, KTM, Kawasaki, the order at the moment. You're on board here with Logan Rowell. Tries to drive up the inside of Hamish Simpson. Can't quite get it done. Oh, someone going straight ahead there. Too sure who that was, but they go down the escape road by turn number 1. Not going to alter the outcome of this, though. Tyler King, you can see in the body language, getting a little bit more aggressive as the laps wear down. 128 is King on the Kawasaki. Race leader is the 51 of Cameron Leslie. D6 Motorsport, KTM all over this one. Then it's Simpson, then it's Rowell. Rowell again looking down the inside as they work through the Robert Holden trade zone corner. And into trade zone number 2, we take the Dentist Chase drone as they come out of trade zone 2, head down towards the Mondial VGL curves and out on the Bridgestone again. These 4 have absolutely cleared away. I can tell you that in 5th place it's number 22, and that is Jethro Bowman on the KTM. And behind it'll be Luke Martin on another KTM. White flag out, and Tyler King says, time to go, and that's exactly what he does. Down the inside of Cameron Leslie through turn number 1, and as they head out onto the Sharp As Line Haul Straight for the last time in the series, it's Tyler King in the front. The champion-elect is going to finish it the best way possible, and that is with a win. So the 128, the Kawasaki Ninja of Tyler King leads it. You're on board here with Cameron Leslie as they work down into the braking area for the trade zone Robert Holden corner. Well, Tyler King said he didn't have to win it, but he's going to anyway, I think. I don't think I'm making a prediction here that's going to be too far off the mark. Leslie is going to be second again, second in the race, second in the championship, but Tyler King not only wins the final Still Shopper Wanganui 300 Supersport race, but wins the series championship as well. In second place it will be Cameron Leslie, and in third place it will be Hamish Simpson. So a great result for D6 Motorsport KTM, but an even better one for Tyler King. So Tyler King gets all the congratulations, and the first congratulations he gets is from Gavin Veltmeyer, his mechanic.
So what's in the future for Tyler?
Stepping up to 600s this year for the Nationals, as well as his Formula 3 and Supersport 300. So hopefully he can wrap up at least one championship again.
Still to come, the highlight of the Suzuki International Series, the Robert Holden Memorial is next. Welcome back to the Cemetery Circuit. This is the big one, the Robert Holden Memorial. 10 laps. Who is going to reign supreme? Will it be Mitch Rees? He's going for the three-peat. There he is, bike number 92 on the Honda. His father in the field as well. But some 600s, some very fast 600s out there too. Wolfgang Schuster from Germany. Also got Seth Devereaux. Also got the 99 of Morgan McLaren Wood. And of course, we've got the usual suspects out there in Tony Rees, Peter Hickman and Davey Todd. And away they go, and the best of the starts looks like it might come from the veteran, and it does. Davey Todd tries to shut him down. They're on board here with Davey Todd as Peter Hickman gets very, very close. Moves up a spot, heads into third from his grid position in fourth. So he's picked up a spot, 99. Good start too, coming from Morgan McLaren Wood on the Suzuki 600, remember. Grid positions done on lap times. The fastest, already the fastest man around the Cemetery Circuit is Mitch Rees. He's the only one that's ever been under the 48-second mark. He did that in the earlier races. It's his father, though, that's leading it for the moment. Davey Todd in second. Peter Hickman runs it wide. Oh, I wonder what happened there with Hickey. Just outbraked himself as they head towards the Bridgestone Overbridge once more. And it is Tony Rees, 7 times a winner of the Robert Holden Memorial, out in the front. Last time he won it was back in 2016. Scott Moyer won it in 2017. 2018, it was Peter Hickman. That was the famous one where he picked the pocket of Scott Moyer. 2019, Richard Cooper from Great Britain. 2020, the late great Damon Rees. 2021, COVID got the better of us. And in 2022 and 23, it's the man on your screen, and that was the 92 of Mitch Rees. He's tucked in behind Davey Todd at the moment. Todd on the BMW. You're looking out the back of Mitch's dad, Tony's Honda, as they work their way toward the Bridgestone Overbridge once again. These bikes absolutely identical. Davey Todd across the stripe, he goes. In behind him, still Tony. Mitch trying to get around his father as they work their way through the Auto Super Shopper Tower, turn number 1. 11, Tony Rees. As I said, 7 Robert Holden titles to his name. Mitch has got 2, he'd love to make it 3. Looking to go around his father, gets the job done as they work their way under the Emmett's pedestrian bridge. So we've got a change in second place. It's now Mitch Rees. Davey Todd continues to lead it on the BMW. iTools helping him out here in New Zealand. Into trade zone number 2 they go, and out towards the Mondial VGL curves. Mondial bringing you this one, the Robert Holden Memorial. It's the feature event, if you like, here at the Cemetery Circuit. On board now with Mitch Rees. So he's got up the outside of Davey Todd, and we've got a new race leader, and it is the man that is the defending F1 champion. He's a 2-time Robert Holden Memorial winner. He'd love to make it a three-peat here in 2024. Second place it is Davey Todd. Right in behind him, it is the 11 of Tony Rees. And then an outstanding ride. You'll see him come into the picture just in the back of the shot. That is Morgan McLaren Wood on the Suzuki 600. And there'll be a special prize for him as well. 5th place, Brogan Chandler. And in 6th, it's Seth Devereaux, also on a 600 or a F2 machine. On board here with Davey Todd, I can tell you we've lost Peter Hickman. He's had another overshoot and he's decided to call it a day, so there's not going to be any heroics from the 14 times Isle of Man champion this time around. Maybe we're going to see some heroics from the multiple New Zealand champion, the New Zealand Motorcycling Hall of Fame inductee, and that is the 57-year-old Tony Rees. We look right into the visor of the man from Whakatane, from the back of Davey Todd Suzuki. Down the sharp as line haul straight they go, through the Suzuki crossing, heading towards the Emmett's overhead pedestrian bridge and into the GVS's, so no change at the moment. Position's pretty static. Mitch Rees leads it, Davey Todd is second. We're using Davey Todd's rear-facing camera to zoom in on Tony Rees as he works his way towards the Mondial VGL curves and down towards the Bridgestone overbridge. This is the battle on your screen for second and third. Mitch Rees out in the front. Under braking for turn number 1, the Auto Super Shop of Tawa, turn 1, and then down the Auto Super Shop of Tawa, shoot, and on to the sharp as line haul, turn 2. Getting right down towards the curb there was Tony Rees. Number 11 is Seth Devereaux. Then we go back to a couple of the classics. Well, a classic bike in the form of Daniel Mettam, and behind him a classic rider in the form of number 36, and that is Ray Klee. There is Devereaux, there is Wolfie Schuster putting up another good ride on his Yamaha, and there is Ray Klee on the RCM Suzuki. Jay Lawrence in the battle as well. So 2 of the post-classics made the cut for the Robert Holden, and some of the Formula Sport bikes as well. 15 there, John Oliver on the big BMW. You're on board here with Jay Lawrence as he tries to chase down Oliver as they work their way down towards the Versatile Homes and Builders straight into Robert Holden, and then out along the Kiwi Bike Insurances straight into Trade Zone 2. Here is the man in second place. And Tony Rees maybe just losing a little bit of ground here to the man in second. Everyone's losing ground, though, to the 92 of Mitch Rees. He's got this on a string at the moment. He can probably afford to just back off just a little and conserve. He's got a big lead as he works his way over the Bridgestone overbridge once again. White flag comes out. Mitch Rees is going to make it 3 for 3, and he's going to, well, he's cemented the F1 title, and he's going to make it 3 in a row in the Robert Holden. His father's got 7. His late brother's got 1. That's 11 between the Rees family. There is the 92 of Mitch Rees, just dealing with a little bit of lap traffic as he works his way through the Suzuki crossing. Davey Todd will get a little bit closer, but I don't think he's going to get close enough. They go under the Emmett's pedestrian bridge through the GVS's for the last time. You're on board here with Mitch Rees on his winning way through Trade Zone 2 and out towards the Mondial VGL curves for the very last time. Tony Rees is going to be on the podium as well, but Mitch Rees is going to carry the day. He won both of the F1 races. He wins the Robert Holden Memorial. Davey Todd crosses the line in second place among the lap riders, and then it was the veteran Tony Rees. And a brilliant fourth place for Morgan McLaren Wood on the 600 Suzuki. Fifth place went to Rogan Chandler on the BMW, and sixth, it was Seth Devereaux.
Yeah, I think it's like 3 perfect years in a row of winning the series, you know, here at Wanganui, and 3 Robert Holdens in a row, so that's pretty special.
After the Robert Holden right, the next right, everyone seemed to slow down when we hit the brakes, and I didn't. And the rear wheel of the bike just lifted up, and I was in all sorts of shapes, and I didn't feel confident enough just to throw the bike in, so unfortunately had to run straight on. And then the same thing happened coming in back into the S's here. Hit the brake and the thing just lifted up and snapped round on me, and yeah, I figured if it's obviously not my day.
Yeah, I've got three in a row now, so that's pretty special. And obviously Damo actually had it the year before me, and then and then obviously Tony's on there 100 times or something. Who knows?
Didn't have the skill of Mitch to go that pace, but hung on better than I thought I would, and went faster today than I've ever gone. So I was pretty pleased.
New Zealand Motorcycling, and in particular Cemetery Circuit Limited, lost 2 very valuable behind-the-scene forces, with the passing of Suzuki New Zealand's Simon Mead and Kiwi TV CEO Mike Gill recently. Both men worked tirelessly for motorcycling and are hugely missed. We dedicate the television production of the Suzuki International Series to their memories.